Hello, 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 Taurus. This is G. We're going to walk through your September, Taurus. Yes. One for Taurus's new beginning. The next card is for Taurus's ending. And the third card will be for another new beginning. We'll split the deck and then we'll see what we're told to do. And I'm hearing pull 'em, baby. Pull 'em. 1, 2, 3. So from my left, this is your new beginning. In the center is going to be your ending. This is your mid-month ending, by the way. And on the right is going to be for your new beginning. Your first new beginning, first I'm going to go through the astrology, all right? I think that's important because it's spot on. We use the card as a clarifier or more details, whatever words you want to use. So Taurus, guess what's happening? You have a new beginning, and it truly begins at the end of August. This is fun and children. This is joy, and this is creativity. This is also the same location as romance. Yes, romance. So it's dating, mating, creating, relating, the flirtatious energy. It's taking a risk with my body. Now, here's the thing, Taurus. You have a very practical energy in this placement, all right? Which means you're going to be a little bit more reserved. You're going to be a little bit more cautious. You're going to be a little bit more practical, all right? You know, you'll have fun and be drawn to somebody. It comes down to somebody who is down to earth, but it is really physical material. And it can be like literally physical material, like bodies on body type of physical, but it's also the tangible. It's also like, oh, these are nice, you know? And it doesn't have to be like, we're not talking like you're a gold digger. That's not what I'm talking about. There are certain things, you know, like I've been in different folks' homes, like when I've traveled or vacationed, and some people, you know, we all live very differently. And so with a Taurus, that fifth house, it should make sense. The way things are in the home, the way things are with that person, like just certain things should just line up. So what does that mean? The practical sides of life, right? So like your creature comforts should be very similar, should be very common, right? It should be, you know, like some of the same foods, right? Some of the same health habits. Those are the things that are going to really help out, right? So this is a new beginning. Now, with this new beginning, this requires something different in your daily routines. Now, this could be something different in the home, you know, like a day-to-day thing. This could be something literally at your job, but it has to do with what were you already doing in your home that was part of your daily activities. Okay, so there's a change here because it's a new beginning. So maybe you have to switch something up. So you want to be flexible. You want to be like, okay, I did it this way, but now I'm going to change up and do it this way. And don't get lost in the details. Don't burden yourself with looking at, okay, that's not perfect. That's not perfect. That's not perfect. Because remember, we're dealing like with that Virgo energy, cleanliness, hygiene, and it may involve pets. You know, I know for myself, yeah, brushing the girls down, that's part of this too. So it could be something as simple as that. But again, this has to do with your children. But are your pets your children? Okay, so it might be something like that. Let's flip you a card to give you a little bit more details to see what your new beginning is, Taurus. A little bit more details, and here you go. Bam. We have somebody laying in bed, and it was someone who was a king, someone of authority. Interesting. There's a few things on the nightstand, a few bottles. I'm going to turn this over so I can have a deeper look at this. I'm seeing like a scabbard, if that's what it's called, like a kingly sword or something. And then there's like the king's crown, his whatever else you call that, the hat. And then I see this other thing here. It's almost like this king has 2 crowns, 2 different hats that he wears. So again, this would scream like religion and politics. One person maybe being torn between religion and politics, like the religion and politics don't mix. Let me also see the signs, right? We've got Leo energy, so we've got the sun, and then we have Mercury, but it's Mercury with Virgo. Interesting. Interesting. Now, I mentioned this has to do with mating, dating, relating, joy, fun, and creativity, right? What I find fascinating about this is that I mentioned pets and pets, domesticated pets, right? So they're the ones you would keep in the home. Leo energy then also screams the king, right? So yeah, there's two ways that this looks. This person fell asleep reading a book. Now, does it say it's the Holy Bible? No, it doesn't say that. However, it might be suggesting that because there's a cross on the wall. I don't really know. What do you do at night to go to sleep? What do you do to wind down and to chill, whatever that is for you that puts you at peace so you can go to sleep? But there's also some stuff on the nightstand. And there's bottles, there's liquids. It could be essential oils even. They're labeled, got a cork in it for all I know. Maybe it's a bottle of wine. Because now I'm seeing there's a glass beside the bedside. So maybe a little nighttime tonic, a little nighttime, what do they call that? Hot toddy or something. I don't know. Virgo and Mercury. So information, daily routines. The Mercury Virgo is thinking. It's the thoughts, it's information, it's communication, but it's information that serves. And doesn't the king supposed to do what? Supposed to rule over the people as opposed to serve like a king? Politicians in general, especially for politics in the United States, that's supposed to be, our appointed people we elect are supposed to serve us. So do you think this is like like somebody is torn? When I ask myself, well, what about Mercury and the sun? What about Virgo and Leo energy? At one time in ancient astrology, these were literally supposedly considered the same sign. So even in the zodiac, like this is the number 5 and this is the number 6, right? They were supposedly under the same sign. So there's something here about service, day-to-day routines. And this is definitely showing the practical side of life because that is also Virgo energy, right? The practical, mundane, like I'm in the house. It's the domestic side of life. So it's showing us that. But then at the same time, it's showing us the kingly side. So it's showing us the duality, Mercury, the duality of this person, their professional side of life and their personal side of life, the balance in that. So whoever you are watching this video, Taurus, whichever kind of a Taurus you are, it's almost as though you're going to be having two roles that you'll be playing if you aren't. And if you are, well, make sure that you take care of yourself, right? Make sure that with this new beginning that you have to put a professional hat on, right? And that at the end of the day, take it off. The king didn't go to bed with his crown still on. He was like, okay, I'm done being the king. It's time for me to lay down and just be me. So something new is beginning, and it looks like this other new thing has a very royal feeling about it. So this card matches that new beginning and gives you a great visual for it. And the cross there, regardless of any of the religions, but spirituality and yeah, there's a higher source for this person, even though they know they're king, they know that they're playing a role. But at the end of the day, they know there's something or someone, creator, God, Allah, Yahweh, whatever deity is for you, the universe, that you recognize. Keep and stay humble in whatever this new beginning is for you. So that's your first new beginning. So below the video, I'll have all the degrees for those of you who like to pay attention to the degrees in your chart. Again, if you don't know and you want to know, just comment below.